Hello everybody. So today we are going to show you this do-it-yourself trommel that Ernesto made.
Okay, so first I'm going to start by putting this in here.
That's compost.
Yeah. And then spinning it. I think I might have done it a bit long. It works though.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I see it works, how I built this is just started this morning, and first I learned how to build it because Mom said she wanted a trommel, so I learned how to make one, and this morning I made it. And first I was trying to figure out, can't remember what these are called. They're wheels, but I can't remember the actual name. I was thinking this morning, like, how can I make it, because I didn't want to wait that long. So I found some vacuums in our garbage pile, and I just got the small wheels off of them and used them instead. And I just screwed them on, and so they spin. Yeah. And then I just built the frame, and this is like almost 100% reused, like stuff we've already used, including the screws. And then for this, we used hardware cloth and then bike rims from an old bike that doesn't work anymore. And Andrew helped me tie it, and we used old filter wire.
He took apart one of our old filters that we weren't going to use anymore. So it's like real wire, electrical wire.
And then Andrew helped me tie that on. We tied it on kind of tight. We almost ran into a problem here where these wires almost were sticking out too far, so we didn't think they would come here, but
They would spin on the wheels.
yeah. But it ends up having this ridge right here, so these were able to go under that ridge, so those were still able to come there. And then another thing is, I probably put the wheels a bit too close together, so when I put this on, it would jump off, so that's why these are here, so it doesn't do that. Like if I spin it, it's rubbing against that instead of jumping off.
Yeah. And then I see right here you've got this,
Yeah, I had to cut that out because you see there.
Yeah, because it would touch it. And then here you just...
There, I realized the problem
Yeah.
I had here. It didn't like that, so I just cut it
smart.
there. But another problem I ran into I ran into a few problems on this because it's my first time, and yeah. So I had cut it before, and then I screwed them in, so it had just cracked out the wood really bad. But then I got a new piece of wood, kept it like that, and then screwed the screws in so they were already screwed, then took them out and then cut it, and then it didn't end up cracking it anymore. Well, you can't see, there is a little crack.
That is
Little
honestly
cracks.
something I would not have thought of.
And then, yeah. And, yeah. So,
Should we run some more through?
yeah.
So the way this works is that it's on a slope. That's what this board, and then the board under the wheels also is for. So the dirt wants to run that way, and then all the little chunks that are small enough to fit through these holes just go down. I mean, just fall through into the gorilla cart, and then all the stuff that's too big falls out at the end. And he made it pretty long so it would have plenty of time to sift out as it goes through. Might have been a little long though.
Yeah.
But I mean, it works.
It works really well.
Yeah, it works great. This is going to be so much better than this thing, pushing it through by hand like we've been doing before.
Yeah.
It'll be so much faster.
Usually you can have two people, like I've seen a lot, because I watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to do this. And they either used a cordless drill and somehow did a mechanism so it would spin it. so they can do it on their own.
Just probably attached it to one of their cogs
Yeah.
right here or whatever.
And then, or since we've got a pretty big family, we can have 2 people, one scooping and one spinning, so it's way easier. You don't have to keep stopping.
Yeah. So this is basically our motorless version. It's a huge upgrade on that. Took barely any work at all. How long did it take you anyway?
Like,
Couple hours?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not that long. For my first time, especially.
Yeah.
Even. But this is way better, and it will encourage me to want to sift compost more now.
Yeah. That was something I usually avoided.
Yeah, with that thing, I didn't like sifting compost, so.
Yeah, it hurts your hands because you have to like push it through. You rub it over and over again. But this one, you just have to turn it.
I wonder how many shovelfuls this can hold. I'm gonna try 2 this time. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, it looks like some of the stuff is mixed a little too far with 2. But I mean, it's not that small. Like, it's still it's pretty big chunks that make it that far.
And what was I gonna say? My mom and I were thinking we were gonna need another support here, but this is actually way stronger than I thought it would be.
Sifted compost. See, we got an entire gorilla cart full in about 7 minutes.
Yeah. And it's really nice.
Yeah, it's better sifted than the other stuff.
And
Oh,
then
man.
all the stuff fell
Oh.
into our scrap pile.
Yeah, and then it just falls out the end. Cool beans.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys.